Welcome back to my channel. Today for Bookmas we have a really exciting video. As I'm sure you can see from the background, we are going to be reading wrapped books. So on my little shelf here I've got 16 wrapped books that I really want to get to, and they are all numbered, so best believe we are doing a random number generator to get through some of these books. I wrapped most of the ones that have been on my TBR for a really long time because I do really want to get through some of the ones that have been on there for years, and I'm talking like 3-4 years. But basically I wrapped these like genuinely like 2 months ago, so I actually have forgotten like what books are on there, so it'll be kind of interesting to also see what I put on there and what we're going to be reading. So for this video we are going to be reading a few wrapped books, so let's get the number generator out and we can pick some of the books. We have 1 through 11 back here, and then we have 12 to 16 right here. So I'm going to go grab the number generator and we can start picking. Pick a number between 1 and 16. I'm going to do a random number generator. Let's do it. Just going to focus. Okay, we got number 6. So that's squeezed in right here. Let's unwrap it. I'm really nervous. This is a really small one, so I don't know what it could be. I'm thinking, from what I remember, I'm trying to think, I think I put Red Queen on this list, so I feel like this might be this, which is starting a huge series, which is kind of a pain, but let's do it. I'm going to close my eyes so you guys can see the book first. Okay. I don't know which. I feel like that's the way. Okay. Cinder! Okay, we've got Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is actually a book that has been on my TBR for literally years. I think I got this in like 2019, so again it has been many years. 2019 or even earlier than that. This one has been one of the books on my TBR the longest, but also this is a huge series to start, but I'm really excited. This is a part of the Lunar Chronicles series. I think there's like 4 or 5 books in this series, but they are all like fairy tale retellings, and I think this one is Cinderella, but I think she's a robot as well, which you can kind of see in the cover. Looks kind of cool, but this one I'm really excited for, so we're gonna read this, and yeah, maybe I'll pick 3 books and that can be like what my TBR is for this week. So this is our first book that we're gonna be reading this week. I'm so excited. The next one, let's grab the phone. Okay, we got number 4. Okay. Oh, this one's bigger. Guys, this one's a lot bigger. Oh my god, I'm nervous. I don't know what it's going to be, and that scares me. My cat's just there. He's very interested. He loves wrapping paper, so he's absolutely loving this. So we are going to open number 4. Okay. I'm scared. This one's big, so I don't know what this is going to be. I actually don't know. Okay. Okay. Is this the right way? I feel like this is the right way. Okay, Serpent and Dove by Shelby Morin. This has also been on my TBR a really long time. This is a witch and a witch hunter. It's quite a big book. It is, let's have a look. It's like just over 500 pages, so this is really interesting. I remember this being really popular at the time. This was a few years ago, around like maybe 2020, I think it was really big. And it's a witch and a witch hunter, and I just read Crimson Moss, so I'm really in the mood for that. So here's another one. I'm really excited to read it. It's another series as well, so we're off to a bang with these series, am I right? But anyways, we can see at least with this one if I like it and everything. So this is another book that I'm going to be reading for this week. I think we're going to choose 2 more because I feel like 4 is quite achievable. I'm in a really big reading mood at the moment, so we can get through those. So the next one, focus. Okay, we got 1. Okay. We're getting all the low numbers, I feel like. Okay. I don't know what this is going to be. Wait, I feel like it might be... I don't even know if I put this in here. It might be Legendborn. I don't know. Okay. Is this the... Oh, wait, I'm so confused. Okay. Okay. I actually don't know what this is. Oh, this is one I've been avoiding. This is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is one I've been avoiding big time because I feel like it's just such an intimidating book to me. I don't know why. Feel like I definitely should read it. This is like just below 500 pages, another like big one. You can tell how old it is by like yellow stains on it. Anyway, so this one, I think it's just like a random circus that just appears in the dead of night, and like it's really like, I don't even know. The circus arrives without warning, no announcements precede it. It is simply there when yesterday it was not. So I think this is a really like mysterious book to me, and I feel like maybe that's why I'm sort of worried, like not worried, but like I've been kind of intimidated about, because I really haven't heard that much about it. All I know is that people like love this book. So this is another one that's been on my TBR for ages, and I need to get to this. So that's going to be another one that we're reading for this week. Oh my god, we are reading all of like the really like fall, like autumn, winter books, and I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Okay, our last pick. I am nervous. Okay, we got number 8. We're doing all the really small, like the other numbers. Okay, this one's smaller. Okay, we have number 8 here. Let's unwrap it. Guys, I'm really nervous. What do I start with? Is that the right way? I feel like that's the right way. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Oh my god, why did I low-key call it with Red Queen at the start? Okay, wow. Okay, Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Wow, this series has genuinely been, I think, one of the longest series on my TBR. Like, genuinely, I got this in 2018, I'm pretty sure. The whole series, I bought it because I was like, I'm gonna love it. I bought it in 2018 and I still have not read it. It's literally on my shelf up there, all of the books. Still haven't read it, but I'm actually really intrigued. And I've heard a lot of like drama with, because this was literally published in like 2012 or something, 2015, and people are saying like that, which is so Powerless by Lauren Roberts. It was heavily inspired by this book and The Hunger Games, right? And then so people have come to this author and been like, hey, you've copied Powerless, when really Powerless literally came out like a year or two ago. And it's like, what are you talking about? This has been around for like ages. Anyways, Red Queen, this is about like this world is divided by blood, so you either have red blood or you have silver blood, and red blood is like, you know, your ordinary people, not magical or anything, and silver is like your elite. This is reds against silvers, prince against prince, and Mare owns her own heart. So I'm really excited to start the series. I've heard really great things. So that is the last book that we are going to be opening for this video. I do really want to do a second video of this, so I want to try and start reading like some of these, but let's go through our little TBR for this week. We've got Cinder by Marissa Meyer. We've got Serpent and Dove by Shelby, I think it is. We've got Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, and we've got The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. So a lot of fantasy that we've got here for this week, but yeah, I think I'm kind of interested to start Cinder first. It's between Cinder or Red Queen. I'm not too sure. I think I might start with Cinder first, just because I'm really interested in it. And the writing's not too, like, huge. And, yeah, I think I'm going to do that for now, Cinder. I think that's going to be really fun to read. And, yeah, I will keep you guys updated. It is a little bit later. It is now 10:40 and I am 104 pages into Cinder, chapter 12. I'm really liking this so far. So basically this book starts out, we have our main character Cinder, and she is a cyborg. So she is like quite a large percentage machine, and it's because she was in an incident before and she doesn't really remember anything from the incident. Yeah, so basically she was sold to this family kind of thing, and they like took her in, and this is like a Cinderella retelling. So the stepfather, well, the father passed away, and so she lives with her stepmother and her stepsisters. And basically they live in this world where there's like lunars and then there's these guys. I'm not too sure what the difference is, but these guys live in New Beijing, and basically there's this disease that's going around and it is literally killing everyone, and they cannot find an antidote and they don't know what's going on, and the king is actually infected with this disease. It's just really interesting where I'm headed. I'm actually quite invested into the story, so I'm like, I don't even know, maybe quarter, even a fifth of the way through this book, but I'm really, really enjoying it so far. It definitely is keeping me intrigued. I'm really interested in our main character. I really want to know more about her and more about this incident she was in, and it's really exciting. I'm just really enjoying it at the moment, and yeah, I'm gonna try and read some more now. But yeah, that's my little update on Cinder. It is the next day, so it is Thursday the 5th of December, and I have officially finished Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles, and this was really good. I think my final rating will be a 3 stars is what I'm leaning towards, but I will give like my actual rating at the end once I like think about it a bit more. This one was really fun. So basically we're thrust into the world and she is part cyborg, and basically like cyborgs are looked down upon, and she basically lives under the sort of rule of her like stepmother, or which is also like legal guardian. And basically there's like this disease that's going rampant throughout the world. This is like a post-apocalyptic kind of era where like everything is just machines, and like there's been like 4 world wars, and there's just like a lot of things. And so this is like New Beijing, that where they're set in, and yeah, it's like very like technological advancement like in this world. And yeah, so basically she's mostly like cyborg, so she's treated really, really badly, and she just gets herself into this situation. And it's really interesting how they do the whole like sickness as well, and also incorporate Cinderella's story into this. And I really like this. I couldn't put it down, but also like it's very, very YA, very, very YA. We also have a prince, and it's Prince Kai, and he's like pretty much about to become the emperor, and there's just like a lot of stuff that's just going on. But it was really fun. I think it was just like a 3-star read. Like it wasn't anything like super incredible, but I still had such a fun time with this book. I literally devoured it in 2 days. So I mean, like, it is a good book. It's just very like of its time as well, but I still had a lot of fun. So that's the first book done for reading wrap books. Now we get to choose our next one. So our options are Serpent and Dove, which I am sort of leaning towards, even though it is like a really big book. It's like 500 pages, but I still feel like it could be really fun because I'm kind of leaning towards this and the other ones. Or I've got the Night Circus and also Red Queen, and I feel like Red Queen is just like too similar to this. Like it's too like close within time. I feel like this one was published like 2019. Yeah, 2019. So I feel like this is a bit like newer, and this is like a witch and a witch hunter. So I feel like I might begin reading Serpent and Dove. I'm really interested. So it says, bound as one, a witch and a witch hunter, thrust together in holy matrimony honor, where there was only one way such a story could end, or burn, a stake and a match. So yeah, so they are thrown into this marriage, a witch and a witch hunter. I'm pretty sure I don't think he knows that she's a witch, but I'm really fascinated by this, and I always have been. And I also want to read this to see if I want to finish this, like, because I don't have the other books in the series, but if I do want to finish this series, I'm tossing up between if I want to finish this series as well. I need to think about it more. Like, it did end like on like a bit of a cliffhanger, but I don't know if I do. But yeah, this one, gonna start this one now, and yeah. Hey guys, little update. I'm literally 2 chapters in. I'm up to page 17. I know this is like gonna happen in a fantasy book, but like genuinely I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm so confused. Like, we've been thrown in and there's like 6 different characters and like I'm just getting so like overwhelmed with like all these characters and like this person saying this and like, but what's their role? Like, their roles haven't really been explained or anything. So I'm like a little bit confused what's happening. But I don't know. I'm gonna maybe try and get to like 50 or 100 pages in or something and see how I go with this one and then maybe put it down or something. I don't know. We'll see how I go. I'm still like in the middle. I'm still only 17 pages in, so I can't really like make a full decision on it. But yeah, I don't know if this is like kind of like not what I'm feeling at the moment either, but every other book that I have for this TBR is literally fantasy, so kind of do have to get through it. But this one I've been putting off for like years as well. Like, I did hear like a few like mixed reviews on this as well, but we'll keep reading and I'll keep you guys updated. I'll try and get like 50 pages in, give you guys an update, and then maybe we'll see where we go from there. But that's my little update for now. Guys, I'm so sorry for the angle, but I literally need to read you what I just read. This is on page 18, okay? Ready? So she's talking about this guy, Baz. I don't know who he is. She goes, I sighed ruefully at the memory. He had the most beautiful amber skin and such a tight little ass. Sorry? Oh my god. I actually can't. What? Hi, hello, little update for you guys. I am now on, it doesn't really have chapter numbers, so I'm just gonna say the page number. I'm on page 66 so far on a chapter. They only have names, they don't have numbers, but okay guys, I think I was a bit harsh at the start because I'm actually really enjoying this. It's finally like getting started. Like, look, this is how much I have left of the book, but I actually feel like I kind of like am interested and I kind of want to read more. I want to see like what these characters are about, and yeah, but basically this book starts off and it's really confusing the way they start off because like our main female character, she basically is like, her and her friends are like planning to do this like heist kind of thing where they have to steal this ring, and then it cuts to the like chapters of our main male character whose name is Reed and our main female character is Lou. So Reed is one of like the witch hunters and he's like, they're called Chasseurs, Chasseurs, and basically they're like, it's weird, they're like really connected to like God and everything, but they're like witch hunters and they like have to like get rid of them and stuff like that. But she's a witch, but she Lou's a witch, but she doesn't really like use her powers that much. Yeah, it's getting really interesting. Yeah, it's just actually like getting really good. Like, I'm actually like a little bit hooked now, so I guess that's good. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish all 4 books before I leave for my holiday, so I don't know what to do in that instance. Hi, hello, little update for you guys. I am 125 pages into Serpent and Dove, and I have got thoughts. First of all, let's run through some things. So they basically have to get married because of like this, it's just like kind of like a marriage of convenience, like, but they also just don't want to be married to each other, but like they have to, they're like being forced to in a way because of like situations where like if they don't then like reputations will be ruined, like others will be like face imprisonment, all this. So like basically they have to get married. So they get married, and our main male character, he is also like in love with another woman, which I just like, I don't know, I just don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, if this is supposed to be like a romance book, I feel like maybe he shouldn't be like obsessed with another woman. I don't know, just my thoughts. Anyways, and then so he's like describing her and being like, oh, she's not as graceful as my true love, like she's got bruises and cuts everywhere, she is nothing like the woman that I love, rah rah rah. But it's just saying it in a way that's like so like stuck up, like being like, I'm better than this like person, and like saying all this stuff, like really just horrible things about her. You know, she breaks the like norms of like what women are like looked upon in society, but like the way he's like saying it's just like really like rubbing off bad on me. Does that make sense? And then as well, like
okay, this like really gives me the ick, but like he's a part of this like brotherhood, right, which is like very religious and stuff, and they hate witches, they want to like kill them, whatever. And in this brotherhood, it's like very like patriarchal, but like in the way that it's like, okay, like if you have a wife, she must obey you. Like she's your property, you like tell her what to do, rah rah. And obviously like she's not like, she's like going against this and everything, and she's like, no, I'm not gonna like do what you tell me to do. But it's just like, I mean, I know it's the point of the book, but like I am just like ill. And like the fact that our like main male character like believes in all this, and he's like telling her, like trying to tell her what to do and stuff, I'm just like, this is just, I'm just like not rooting for him. Like I just don't really care about him. And then there was another thing as well. Oh, this is another thing that is like really pissing me off now that they're like married. Like anytime it's like his chapter, and like even her a little bit, but mostly him, anytime it's his chapter, he only refers to our main female character, whose name is Louise, as my wife. So it'd be like, my wife is being like, it's like, watch your mouth, you're my wife. And then goes, and it's like, I woke long before my wife. Like, why can't you just say, I woke long before Louise? Like, I don't know why it's just like pissing me off. I'm like, okay, like we get it. Like we get it, you guys are married now. Like we understand. Like it's enough now. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like the plot is like kind of interesting. So I'm like, yeah, it's like a witch and a witch hunter. But I'm also just like, I don't know. I'm not like 100% on this book, but like I kind of like hate DNFing books. And then I'm like, oh, I'm already like 125 pages in. Like it's just such like a waste of time, and I know it's like even more of a waste of time if I continue reading and I end up like not liking it and like rating it like a 3 stars. Like it's definitely a waste of time. Like there are parts of it that I'm interested in, but I'm also just like, it's just rubbing off like so badly, and especially like his like beliefs and stuff. And it's just like, I'm just so opposites like all of this. And like I know it's supposed to be the point of the book, and I'm sure he has a huge character development, but I also just like don't care about seeing that. Do you know what I mean? Also, don't mind the stuff on my face, it's like pimple cream. That's my little like thoughts for now. I'm not really sure like what to do, if I like put it down and start something else, or if I just like DNF it and then like get rid of it. I'm just annoyed because I've spent so much time on it, and I could have like almost finished another book by now. I think I'm just gonna put it down for the night. I'm just like not loving anything that I'm reading. I'm really hating The Striker. I don't know what to do about that book. Now I haven't even touched my Kindle because like it's still on there, and now I'm not liking this book. So I'm like, I just want to have something that I like. Every like book that I've read lately is just like 5, like it's like 3 stars, and I'm like, I just want like a good one. Also, oh my god, I forgot to like mention this as well. She like says, she keeps saying this thing like big titty litty. What does that even mean? Like, I think he told her to like change, and she was like, oh, I'm not just gonna strip like and scream out big titty litty. I'm like, what does that even mean? It's like cringing me out. I don't know. I feel like the cons are like very much outweighing the pros. Put it down, to be honest. I think that's probably the best course of action right now. I don't know what I'm going to read now because I do want to read something before bed.
Hi, hello, little update. It has been a few days. I'm actually away at the moment. I'm in Thailand. So I haven't really been reading the wrapped books that I had on my TBR, but I'm thinking, because I've been reading a few other books just while I've been on holiday, and once I get back, I'm literally sticking to those books. But I thought, why not get a bit of a head start and start reading The Night Circus as an audiobook while I'm just like doing little things like packing my bag and everything. So I might actually do that. I did listen to a little bit of it last night, but I'm thinking that I might just listen to that on the audiobook because we're flying home tomorrow. So I kind of do want to get a start on that, and then that way I can have Red Queen finished somewhat soon as well after that. That is the little update for now. I have also read a few other books on my holidays, so you guys will see that in my wrap up and everything, but I just wanted to do a few more videos in December. And yeah, that's my little update. I'm going to read it on I'm going to listen to it on an audiobook, and I'm going to keep you guys updated of what I think, my thoughts and everything. Hi, hello, little update time. It has been a while. It is now Saturday the 21st of December. I do really want to get all of these books finished before Christmas so I can at least get one episode of my wrapped books up because I do want to film a few more just like after Christmas and everything. Obviously, look how many books we have left. Anyway, I have been reading The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I am literally like 88% into this. I'm up to, the chapters don't have numbers. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update before I actually finish this book because I definitely will be finishing this book tonight. I'm on page 424, so I literally have about 70 pages left. So basically, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This book follows two characters. Mainly, there are like 15 POVs, which is a little bit insane. But anyways, at the core of this book, it basically follows these two illusionists who are set in like this mysterious traveling circus that only appears at night. I'm sure you guys have heard the phrase where it's like it only appears at night and no one knows when it's coming or anything or going. It's this black and white circus, like entirely black and white, like no colors. It's only set at night, which I think is really, really interesting. I think the atmosphere of this book is incredible. Like, you are so like dazzled, and it's just, it really does feel really magical, which I really, really appreciate. Like, you really get like circus life into this, and it's just so, you can tell it's just beautiful. Basically, we follow two young magicians, Celia and Marco, and they are literally set from like a young age. Like, I know Celia was set from, I think she was 6, and I think Marco was 8 or 9. They're bound from childhood into this deadly competition with each other, but the other doesn't know who they are. Like, they don't know who each other is. They have this magical ability and they are in this like deadly competition, but they don't know when the competition starts. They do not know anything. All they know is that they're bound into this competition with each other. They don't know who they are, and that it'll come in like years and years to come. So they're told this when they're like 6 years old, right? So that's basically like the start of the book, is like when you find out like who these characters are. It sets you up, like what they're going to be doing. It's very confusing, I would say. Like, you get into this book and you're like, okay, we're following this person. Okay, wait, no, now we're following this person. So it does get like a little bit much sometimes, I would say. For me personally, I think it's just like, okay, well, wait, I thought we were with this person. Like, it just gets a lot. The whole circus is like set up around it. I don't even know how to explain this, but instead of being rivals, they end up actually falling in love, which is like a forbidden romance. They're not meant to, like, this competition does not allow it, but like they're like very deeply in love. For me, I feel like it was very insta-lovey. They sort of like, it was kind of just like, okay, like, wow, I love you. I know, I've known I love you. And it's like, you don't really get to see that really develop between these characters. Like, it's very just all about the circus and stuff like that. So you don't really see much into these characters. They haven't got much of a personality besides the fact that they are like meant to be doing this competition. So that's where like I kind of stand on it. I still think it's very interesting. The atmosphere really brings it together, but the characters are very, I don't know, I would say the characters lack. Yeah, this is very like magical realism. I wouldn't say it's like full fantasy because it still has like real world elements, but I still think it's really, really interesting, and I'm very excited to finish it. I'm very conflicted on where I stand with how much I'm enjoying it. I am listening to it on my audiobook, so I'm interested to see how it wraps up, and yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know my thoughts a little bit later. Hi, hello, little update for everyone. I ended up finishing The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is like, I'm actually shocked that I'm even saying this because this has been on my TBR literally for like 5-6 years, like a long time. So the fact that this is even like real right now, it's kind of a shock. Anyways, I finished this book. I pretty much have the exact same thoughts that I did previously. But basically, yep, this follows, I pretty much already said this, but this follows our two magicians, illusionists kind of thing, and they're stuck in this battle. And I liked this. I would say for the amount of hype that it does have, I was expecting more. I felt like there was a lot of characters, and obviously there are going to be, like, it's a circus, but it just fell flat in the character department, to be honest. I think, and there wasn't really much of a plot. It was quite like, I don't want to say boring because the atmosphere was so enchanting, like the setup and just the background was so beautiful, but there were just times where it was just like, okay, this is just dragging on, like, just say what you need to say and leave it at that. The characters were very flat. I feel like they didn't really have much of a personality, but I still had a good time just enjoying the vibe of the circus. So I think overall I am going to rate this book a 3 stars. I know, I honestly, this is one of the books that I was expecting to be 4.5, even 5 stars, because I know how many people love this book and rave about it. But for me, it just wasn't personally my kind of book. So that's where I leave that. Now I wanted to talk to you guys a bit about Serpent and Dove, because I know I kind of like spoke about it saying like, okay, like I might DNF it. For me, it is 100% a DNF. Like it's been about like 2-ish weeks that I've put that book down, and I am not like itching to pick it up. Like I don't even want to pick it up because I'm like, ugh, I just have to deal with all that shit to get like to the good part. So I am making the consecutive decision to DNF that book. I really don't like DNFing books, but I want to start doing it more if I'm not enjoying a book. So that one's a DNF. We've read The Night Circus and we read Cinder. So that leaves us with our next and final book of this video, and that is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. This book I think has even been on my TBR longer than The Night Circus. Like you can literally see the pages. Can you guys see that? Like how withered they are because of how long I've had this book. I think I bought it in, I'd say it was either, I think it was 2018 or 2019. I am going to start this one. This one, I feel like I've done a little bit, talked about it a little bit. Basically there's two kind of sets of people in this world. There's the reds and then there's the silvers. There's like a big difference. Like there's not really like a middle ground. This is interesting because our main character, she is born into reds, and I think then she realizes that she realizes she's like a silver or something. I don't know. But I'm excited to read this one. I feel like it's going to be very 2015 YA dystopian. So yeah, let's go back to our roots. I mean, I've always been a big reader since I was like young, like always been a big reader. But the book, I think I would have been like 10 or like 11 or something. The book that like catapulted my whole like reading everything like was Divergent, and I was meant to read Hunger Games first, but then my brother ended up taking that book from me and then reading it himself. So I was like, okay, well I've got this book, and it was Divergent, and that just like sparked my love for reading. I'm gonna start reading this now, and I feel like it's relatively short. It's 383 pages. Hi, hello, little update. It is later tonight and I have been reading Red Queen. I am now on page 115, chapter 12, so I'm like a little bit through. I'm actually really enjoying this, I must say. It's very like dystopian YA, but like it's actually just like a good time. Like I'm actually quite interested in like the dynamic and like the plot of this story. So basically we follow our main character Mare, and she is a red who are like the lower class, and she gets picked up by basically like the crown to like work as a servant. So she goes to the palace, starts working as like a server and everything, and then something happens and finds out, oh wait, she's actually maybe not a red. That pretty much happens pretty quickly, and it's just really interesting. I'm like excited to see where it goes, like what is gonna happen and like who she's gonna pick as well. So yeah, so I'm quite excited about this book. I also have the rest of the series on my shelf as well. So the fact that I'm actually interested in this story is like a good sign, because I feel like hopefully I'd be wanting to finish the series. Otherwise, if I don't, then more books off my shelf. But really enjoying this at the moment. I will keep you guys updated on my thoughts. But yeah, I'm just having like a good time. Like it's just fun. Like it's just such like a throwback. Just loving it. I'm really interested in this one. But yeah, I'm gonna keep reading, and yeah. Hi, hello, little update. I ended up finishing Red Queen, and I think I'm gonna rate this book a 3.5 stars. I think it was very of its time. It was definitely good, and there were some really good plot twists that I was like shocked. Like I'm sure you guys would have seen my reaction, but I was shocked at some of these plot twists, and they were really good, and I'm very excited. I am going to be continuing this series. I'm really excited to get into the next books and sort of see where this series takes me as well. I'd love to like get back into this world. I think it is so interesting and like what's gonna happen next. It is so like YA 2015 dystopian, like it is just so that. And I think like I kind of love that because that's like the kind of book that that got me really, really back into reading. Very excited to continue the series. I really, really enjoyed this one. Again, it was just very like basic, but plot twist really got me, so I rated it 3.5 stars. I had a really, really good time with this, and I think you guys should read this. And yeah, that basically also means that this video is concluded and we read some of our wrapped books. I'm going to make another video unwrapping some more books. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had the absolute best time of my life, and it was so good to finally get to some books that have been on my TBR for far too long. And yeah, I just had the best time. So I hope you guys did too, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!